This Liberty Sports Update is brought to you by Beacon Credit Union.
All right, time now to visit with the head coach of the Liberty Flames baseball team, Scott Jackson, coming off an ASUN tournament championship and an appearance in the NCAA regionals. Coach, what a successful, exciting first year it was in the ASUN to win that conference tournament, win a game in a regional, and almost make a regional final. What an exciting year this has been. I would say probably safe to say a successful first season in the ASUN, right?
Yeah. Yeah, just proud of our players. There was a lot, unknown maybe going in, style of play with some of those teams, kind of the venues, and I thought they navigated it well. I really did. I thought they stayed with what we asked them to do and focus on us, and you win games with the same formula no matter where you go or what league you're in. So we pitched it at the level we wanted to. I thought, our defense could have been better, but still, tops in the league. So that was something that has to be there for you to have a chance to win games, and not to mention what our guys did in the middle of the week was really impressive and fun to watch. So we were honored to represent the league in the postseason, and hopefully that'll be something we can do again here soon.
Yeah, 43 wins this year. That tied a single-season school record, and then I think it was 7-3 against the ACC, as you refer to the midweek success there. How important was that to your club, ultimately being successful headed into the postseason?
Yeah, I think it gave our guys a chance to say, okay, we measure up well with teams out of that conference, one of the best conferences in the country, and we went on the road with some SEC opponents. And so sure enough, you go to a regional and you look up and there's an SEC team and an ACC team in your regional. Didn't go the way we wanted it to at the end against North Carolina and Tennessee, but I think a big step forward for our program to get back in the mix for the postseason. And, hopefully we can continue to use that as a kind of a springboard with our expectations and a comfort level even more so when we get there again with our guys that have played in a regional. So going into last year, we only had, Evan Brabrand as the only person who had participated in the NCAA tournament, and now we can say the majority of our roster has. And so when you've been there and done that, I think it gives you a better chance to succeed and win more than one game.
Yeah, and you've been on the stage. It's kind of a been there, done that feeling for sure. You mentioned Brabrand, and certainly he's one of three big losses for your club going forward. You knew Evan was going to be gone regardless. He's a senior, but then to lose two juniors to the draft, it's a good problem to have. Yep. That you've got talented players like that. But Andrew McInville and Jonathan Embry, first of all, just really happy for the opportunity they're getting.
Absolutely. That's what this is about is, opportunities. How many doors can I have open in my life? And those kids have earned the opportunity to keep playing. Andrew, it was kind of touch and go. Same with John. It's hard for us to maybe try to talk some of those guys into coming back when you're talking about $100,000 versus, maybe $1,000 their senior year. So I get that part of it, and it's a great opportunity for them to move on. We are certainly proud of them. I could sit here for a long time and talk about the contributions that they've made to our program, not just on the field. Everybody saw Evans' 14 saves, John Embry's the ASUN Player of the Year, Tyler Gallazin was really good for us, at the end, and just a lockdown for us at third. And the guys that that we really enjoyed having, McInville 10-2 and a Friday night guy. Exactly what we had envisioned for him. Those things everybody sees, but what they did in the clubhouse for us, the leadership, the mentality that they all brought to the field, we'll miss them. We'll miss them a lot.
And you've got some really good players coming back as well. Will Wagner certainly poised, I think, to have a huge junior year as he's coming off a really good sophomore year as well. Noah Skiro, what he did in the postseason, I think, is going to kind of vault him forward. Now he's pitching in the Cape Cod League here this summer, and a number of guys out playing summer ball as well. How much do you think that's going to help?
I hope it does. The more you play, the better you get. That's how this works. And you got to get in the batter's box like Will Wagner did last summer and got in there 270-plus times, and look what it did for him. So we try not to allow our guys to focus on the statistics so much as just being in the moment and putting yourself there and working on the things that you need to work on to improve. Noah's had two good starts in the Cape. Will's swinging it well. I think Gray Betts, I checked this morning, was around 290 down there in Peninsula. So just some things. Troy Britz has had some good couple outings there to start. So, you track that stuff and you hope the guys continue to develop and focus on the things that really matter beyond the statistics. How can I help my team win, but how can I continue to improve to put myself in a position? So lots to build on from the spring, hopefully more in the summer, and I'm ready to practice. I can't wait to get back going in the fall.
From a recruiting standpoint, I know you and your staff have been busy. What can you tell us about the needs that you've been able to address so far?
Yeah, we've got a class coming in that I think really gives us more depth on the mound. That's always going to be something we focus on. You can never have enough arms. I think it's a great group of kids. We've really addressed the catching position with John Embry leaving, and some older, more mature bats from the left side. I think they can really, really help us. So, how we love left-handed hitters. We're going to bring 3 junior college left-handed hitters in, and just round things out with some good young players that maybe some young guys that we can kind of bring along and maybe not have to thrust them into the fire in a role that maybe they're not ready for. So I really like how it addressed our needs, but more importantly, how it added depth to our roster with this class coming in. So 2020 has been a small start for us with 5 commitments, and the 2021 class we want to stay real patient with, not overdo it, not have too many bodies in that locker room, and really make sure we get the kids that want to be at Liberty and the kids that really stand out from a character standpoint, and to keep that locker room, the character and the makeup of that locker room mirror what we had this past year in 2019. That'll be most important.
Coach, appreciate the time. Good luck going forward.
Thanks, Nick.